So this is Seal, my dog. She's 13 years old and she's going to show you just how straightforward it can be to brush a doggie's teeth. Now the first thing is that remember that Seal's had this done many times. And when you first start with your dog, you're going to have to take it very slowly. So the first thing we do is just be very patient and just get them used to having their mouth touched. And certainly with puppies and dogs that have never had this done, you might have to spend a few, every day doing just having the mouth touched, getting them used to accepting that. Once they're happy with that, then I think you want to start pulling the lips back to look at the teeth. So I'll open up the top lip like that, and then I can pull it right back. And if you see, you can see right back to these back teeth here, and then we can do it on the other side. Okay, and again, obviously Seal's had this done many times, and it might take you a number of weeks to get to that stage, depending on the individual dog. Once they're happy with that, then you start touching the teeth. So I'm going to touch all their teeth, pull the lips back, and touch these teeth. And again, you see, once they're used to it, they don't bat an eyelid. It's very straightforward, very easy to do. What I should have said is when we're brushing dogs' teeth, all I'm really interested in is the outsides. So I'm not opening the jaw. In fact, I'm actually holding the jaw shut. The insides of the teeth, if we keep the outsides clean, the insides will look after themselves. We won't see a problem as long as the outsides are kept clean. Once we're happy and the doggie's happy having these teeth touched, then I would move on to a bit of paste. Now, again, the key thing is always to use doggy paste. Two things there. It is flavoured. You see, Seal knows that it's meat flavoured. It's flavoured with meat, so it does help. But also it's got no fluorine in it or fluoride. Dogs don't rinse. They will swallow it, and if you use human toothpaste, it will cause problems. So now I'm going to do just the same thing, and you'll see Seal's tongue coming out to get this because she likes it. Just the same thing, but just putting the paste on the teeth, getting them used to the taste of that. Okay. Once we're happy with that, and we've done that for a few days, and they sit nice and still, like Seal does, we use the little training brush. So this is a thimble brush that fits on your finger. Very small bristles on there. They're not actually very good for brushing dogs' teeth, but they're very good for training the dog to have the teeth brushed. So we put some paste onto the bristles, and I'm going to push it into the bristles so it doesn't fly off around the room. Now the doggy paste is also quite sticky, so that does help as well. So that's exactly the same. Pull the lips back, and we're just gentle brushing action, and you see Seal's tongue. And I'm going to go right back to these back ones. Let's work our way forward, round the front, and then down the back. And you see, actually, when you know where you're going, you don't actually have to look at the teeth. You can just go down that gap there and brush with your finger, brush around there. Just point out, Seal's missing all her lower teeth down here. And it's not because she hasn't brushed her teeth, it's because they're old frisbee injuries which she's picked up over the years. Once we got to that stage, we're now ready to bring in the toothbrush. And most doggy toothbrushes are these double-headed things. So we've got a big end and a little end. With Seal, I never use the little end. I always use the big end. Now these brushes are quite soft, so you can't hurt them. But they're a proper brush. You get a proper brushing action. It's a much more effective way of cleaning the teeth. So again, I'm going to put the paste on and push it in. And then exactly the same. And this time, as I say, pull the lips back, but really, I know what I'm doing. And Seal knows what she's doing, so I'll pull them back so you can see, but you don't, once you know where you are, you can just brush these teeth. Look at the tongue, she loves it. And then down the other side. So I don't know if you can see that. Now what we're doing with this brush now, this is probably about the length of time that you need to do it. A minute or less, you don't really need to spend any more than that. You just skip in the plaque. You'll notice that it doesn't froth. the frothing agents that they put in our toothpaste isn't really, is really to make us feel good. We like the froth, but it's not important. The dog toothpaste doesn't froth. You'll see now that she's got her eyes on the treats over there. It is important once once they've done that and they've been good, is that we do reward them, so that next time then they'll sit and have it done again. So you can take these treats now, sweet. There you go. How's that?
Perfect.